Hi everyone, if you're here because you're expecting coffee, sorry, but I bought this full motion mount for my TV, and I noticed there was no instructional video on it, so I made this video. I would normally say subscribe, but if you're gonna subscribe for more of this type of stuff, you're probably not gonna get it. But if you want to hit the subscribe button, that would be great too. Down there. Thanks. Okay, first things first, you gotta put the mounting bracket on the back of the TV. So, it comes with a bunch of different screws and different spacers and stuff. For mine, I don't really need anything crazy because it's flat. But if you had a curved TV, you're gonna need to use some of these spacers. So I'm gonna put this here. And I'm gonna try this long screws first. I think it's gonna need maybe the short ones. So it comes with a ton of different screws as well. Yeah, these are gonna need the short ones. All right, so I'm gonna put these short ones on. I want to make sure these are even here. For me, it was easy because I just had to push this all the way to the bottom and it matched up. But if you have a, some other setup, you got to make sure these are exactly the same. Anyways. Here. All right, go ahead and find these pieces here. They're kind of like long, got a little end here. They'll match the ends on this piece here. Then take the Allen wrench that came with it, unscrew these bolts, screws, whatever the heck you want to call them. And we are gonna take them out, push these in, all right, do the other one. You gotta give it a little wiggle there. All right. Screw these back in. That way they lock everything in. These screws here, make sure they are facing the same as the other ones. All right, so just screw this in. Okay, once that's done, find these bolts. They're separate. It's B1 and B2. We are going to take these bolts and we're going to connect them here. So, grab this. This is your wall mount adjusting part, and make sure this side is down. put this down. It doesn't matter which way yet. Even though the arrows are pointing, it doesn't really matter which way you have it. And then we're going to put the bolts in. Okay, then we're going to grab the washer and the bolt and start putting these in. I'm just going to do this by hand to start.
And I'll finish it up with the Allen wrench here.
All right, now we gotta find studs. Use a little stud finder. Whoa, looks like we might have spotted one. Mark this. Keep going down because you're gonna need a couple of them. This lighting is not ideal. I'm sorry. Alright, that's alright. So now that everything is on, go ahead and measure about the distance that you want to have it away from the ground. You want to have some clearance. So I'm going to do 1 foot, but obviously this is all up to discrepancy. So whatever you want to do it yourself. So now we've already done this, so we're going to measure this up and mark it. Okay, so mark this off. Make sure it lines up with your studs, which for me it does. All right. Now we're gonna measure the distance from these holes. So we have it marked here at 15 inches. And if we need to, we could even do 1 foot. So let's see what the distance is between this one and this one. And it is exactly 15 inches, which is perfect. So I'm gonna mark here. So now that we have the 2 marks for this direction, we're going to mark how far above. So let's measure the distance between those. It looks like roughly 6 inches. Kind of hard to put it exact, so I'm going to put it like probably like 6 inches. And let's go 5 3/4. It's probably better. Right here. All right, mark it up. I'm gonna go a little bit more this way. Make sure it all lines up. Yep. Then do the same for this side. 5 3/4. Up. All right, let's make sure all this stuff lines up. Okay. Now, we just gotta find the drill bit. So it says to use a 13/64" drill pilot. I only have an 11/64, so it's gonna be close enough. It's, you know, a fraction, a super small fraction, so yeah. Time to make the holes. So you to find your 1/2 inch socket. You gotta put it into the drill. Alright, now that you get that on, go ahead and find the screws. And then here are the washers. Okay, have 2 screws ready with the washers on. Alright, so that's in there a little bit. Now let's get this, go with another corner. That way it'll hold itself up. Alright, so I screwed the rest of those bolts in, and you lift this TV up and line this up right there. And then you have screws that you can tighten, that way it doesn't fall forward or backward.